Musings to the Muse. We sit there staring at each other, constantly turning or facing one another, like two sides of a coin, like we were almost adjoined. Then I go to open my mouth, and it's your voice that comes out, all blooming and bold, all ancient and old, like a forgotten forest full of trees. Your voice, wild, flows through me, and while the words are still my own, you've shown you hold them in you. This is your throne. Alright, so welcome to this episode of Musings with the Muse with Rainy Booths on the track today. Today we're gonna discuss the poem Transit. I realized that I should probably do this at the beginning, so here we are doing it at the end of recording, but the beginning of the podcast episode, hopefully. So yeah, I guess that's how we're gonna do it now. I probably will do it all the time like this, because I think like once I'm going, I kind of want to go, and that's just me. But anyway, we're doing it now. This is episode 3, I think, of the podcast. So yeah, enjoy it. Thank you. So I'm really feeling like today I kind of want to like talk about something that isn't new. Well, this is new-ish in the sense that it's a poem I wrote like 2 years ago, but it's still not, you know, current, like one of my current projects or anything like that. So it's kind of nice to kind of go back and talk about something that isn't the same shit that I've been reading and working on this whole time. Um, so I think I'm gonna do Transit today. So I'm gonna read it because it's not recorded or anything. I don't think anywhere yet. So I'm gonna read it here and then uh, go back and kind of talk about it a bit more. So I'm probably gonna pause the recording, get a reading going, and then I'll be able to talk about it after that. So this is the introduction to this one, and actually we're doing phases now. This is the first phase, and the next phase is going to be me reading it, and then the third phase is going to be just just a discussion about it, and the words on the page, stuff like that. So obviously you're going to be able to read along with me because I'm going to have it posted in the comments, obviously. So we'll go from there. All right, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Ooh, nice sound. I forgot I got my cell phone on and everything. Very unprofessional, but fuck it, I'm an unprofessional person, I guess. Here we are. Transit. So you get off the bus in the biggest city in the world. You catch your bearing, to get your bags. You swash around looking for a bathroom. You stuff your bags in there. You pee, you get a metrocard, and you leave your life behind. The only thing worse would have been taking a plane and landing in the biggest airport you've ever seen with all your bags and baggage, just pulling them through one of those escalators that go side to side as opposed to up and down. And you think that this is just some bizarre alternate universe you've landed in. And you go there with all your bags and you find the bus that takes you back to the place you left so many years ago. And how glad I am that this didn't happen, I cannot truly say. No, you took a bus, and on the bus you had crazy thoughts of getting off and never being found again. Why would you go back? It's so much easier to get off here in Arkansas or Tennessee or DC or New Jersey, but no. You found your way back to NYC somehow with all your stuff, whatever stuff you had left. You could have disappeared even then, another body blending into the crowd or people, and for a little bit you did. On the bus, I just wanted to quietly cry to myself the whole time. Euphoria and energy and sadness and being overwhelmed at all the possibilities life could hold. The beauty and rage and anger and lust and hate melting away into the drumline the bus's tires were producing. If I slept at all, it was quiet and peaceful. it was a good time hanging out in the bus station after getting a sandwich at Wawa's, because I was at the crossroads of what, where, why, and how, and so many other questions, and I wish to be nowhere else. Damn, that read was actually smooth as hell. I don't know how the hell that fucking shit happened, but that was fucking smooth. Um, so yeah, I guess let's talk about it now. Transit. Definitely one of those traveling songs, I guess you can say. If you want to say anything about it, I guess you could call it a traveling song. And by that reference right there, I guess. Yeah, I like this one a lot. It's really cool. It's kind of definitely, I think, very straightforward. It's about me traveling after I got off. Well, I'm divorced, so it's about that time right after my divorce when I left Washington State and I was traveling home from Washington State. And I was saying I could have flown the whole way, but I didn't want to do that because I think it would have been miserable landing in JFK, the worst airport in the world, mind you. I highly recommend never going to JFK if you don't have to go to JFK. Never go to JFK. It's a fucking nightmare airport. Both airports, LaGuardia and Newark, are better airports than JFK. Honestly, JFK is the worst. It's literally the worst airport I've ever been in my life, and I hate it. It's so big. It's so big for no reason. You're literally walking for 2 hours to get to your gate sometimes. That's crazy. It could literally take you 2 hours to get from one side of the airport to the other. That's it. That's way too big. So yeah, I didn't want to land in the airport at all. So with all my stuff and just like that would have been rough if I had to like land in the airport. But no, because buses are smooth, and I prefer buses for a lot of different reasons. But buses are smooth when you're moving around. I think buses are my favorite way to go because it's less pomp and circumstance. It's just you just go and you get off and you're there. That's it. I prefer that mostly than anything else, travel wise. But buses are slow too, so you have to have time to be on a bus, which is the thing. A lot of time, if I'm going somewhere, I probably don't have any time. Last time I went to New York, I didn't have any fucking time at all. I was basically moving nonstop the whole. Like I literally went for a wedding, landed, and so I was there from Friday to Sunday morning. I landed Friday. The wedding was on Saturday morning, so I landed Friday afternoon. Went to the city. I landed in Newark, because I had to come into Newark. Went to the city, got some stuff, lost my suit, and like 45 minutes of being in the city, I lost my suit, so I was like, fuck. So I'm running around, finally make it to the train I had to take. I went to the wrong train station first. Make it to the train I had to take, get up to where I need to go. In the morning, I woke up early before the wedding, went to Walmart, bought some pants, because I had my shirt, so I just bought the pants and I had my hat, so I still look pretty good, but anyway, that's beside the point. So, I forgot my shoes, too, so that was another thing. I had to buy sneakers, I bought all black, the Vapor Max, the all black, and they look really good, but it was like $200 I really wasn't planning on spending in New York for sneakers but I was gonna get some sneakers there anyway, but when I'm down there I try to stock up and take care of myself. But when I was down there I was like, hey, cool, this is great idea. Yep, just spend $2 on sneakers. That was fun. But anyway, so yeah, I was moving on stop, literally. So I wake up Walmart, go back to the hotel, grab something quick to eat, wedding, boom, go back to the hotel, go to reception. So it's like the wedding was like ended like 3, maybe like 2-ish, 1-ish. The wedding was done. The reception's at 5. I get the reception at 5. I literally leave the reception in the middle of the reception at 9 to go back home to jump on my train to my plane again. So I was literally moving nonstop that whole time. It was an adventure for sure, but I didn't really want it to be an adventure at all. I was hoping it'd be a bit more chill, but I didn't give myself enough time for it to be chill. That was my fault. That's my fault. I didn't give it enough time for it to be chill at all. That's okay. I mean, so anyway, like just traveling in general, right? So it's just about traveling in general, I think, at this point. And Yeah, JFK is definitely not my favorite place to be. Um, and yeah, the only thing worse than that, I don't think there's ever been anything that's worse than that for me. And I like this idea of, it's me taking the bus and then, I mean, but think about it this way. So, the bus travel is so much easier, you know. Airports are so much more involved, I think. And I think that's clear here. That much is clear how I feel about it. Um, that part is very simple. That part about the bus, you catch your bearings, you get your bags, you swash around, look at the bathroom, you stuff your bags in there, you pee, you get a metrocard, and you leave your life behind. That is the very simple, and the way I wrote it was very simple. And I feel like the next part is definitely a lot more complicated when I'm talking about the airport situation. And the writing's more complicated. A lot more words in there too, as you can see. Just more words in that paragraph when I'm describing the plane travel part, because it is more complicated and there's a lot more to say about it. Um, I I like traveling. I like going places a lot, and I end up trying to have like the reconcile situation of I like going places. I also really like being home all the time. If I could be home all the time, I'd be home all the time. I wouldn't go nowhere. I wouldn't go. I'd have all my groceries delivered. I wouldn't do a goddamn thing all day. If I could just stay home all the time, I would. Honestly, I fucking would. You know. So, so that's funny, kind of reconcile that with, wanting to go places and wanting to travel still somehow for whatever reason, you know. But I was raised traveling. Like, I've been traveling my whole life basically, like because I'm from overseas. I feel like the microphone's way too loud right now. Someone just turn that down. Yeah, it's on max volume. That's unnecessary. I talk pretty loud. So this will be a big maybe audio shift. Nah, and it's keeping about the same volume levels, I think. Uh, but like I said, I've been traveling my whole life. Like I've been basically traveling my whole life. My family's from overseas, so you can kind of come to the territory of being from another country that you got to go back there sometimes to see people and stuff. So I've never been afraid to be on a plane though. I've never had plane sickness or anything like that. I don't even have motion sickness at all, which is kind of great. Still really loud. Like I'm hitting the peaks. I don't really want to hit the peaks at all. I think because that's like it's jarring when you hear the peak. When you listen to the audio back, I think it's jarring if you hear the peak. So this is probably where I want it right now. So I'm just looking at the audio levels ticking on Audacity right now, and it's like tick 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 tick. Okay, that's good. That's a good audio level, probably. Yeah, that's probably good. Oh yeah, I've been traveling my whole life, and it's like pretty automatic for me at this point. So like when I'm traveling, especially if I'm in an airport, I just get the fuck out of my way, please. Like just get the fuck out of my way. I'm just trying to get to my gate 2 hours early so I can sit there and listen to music. Like literally, that's all I want to do. I just want to get to my gate as soon as possible, locate where I need to be, sit down, get my ass in the plane. But get the fuck out of my way when I'm doing it. I know I'm 3 hours early for this flight. I'm not missing my flight, but you need to get the fuck out of my way. That's it. That's the only rule. If I'm moving, get the fuck out of my way. I don't want to see people, you know. So, cause I'm really stressed. If I'm in the airport, I'm probably stressed the fuck out already, you know. So it's like I just want to get to my gate 3 hours early, 4 hours early, sit down, relax, chill, have some hot chocolate for $8, have a $25 sandwich, and just relax. That's all I want to do. I want to eat my $30 breakfast meal. This is a breakfast sandwich, my $25 breakfast sandwich, $8 coffee. I just want to eat my $30 breakfast and mind my fucking business. That's it. That's it. That's all I want to do at the airport. You know what I mean? So, yeah, so traveling is kind of like something I've been doing my whole life. So I don't really have a concept as to what it feels like to not, have any problem jumping on a plane because I've been doing this shit my whole life, like I said. So it's like when people tell me they don't want to go places because they're afraid of getting on planes, I'm like, what is that even? I can't fathom that, and I understand that people have fears, about traveling and especially planes. Planes are fucking terrifying, bro. I don't really like the idea of being on a bird that high in the, like a big metal bird and shit. Basically, just that high up. Like, I hate it. Honestly, I hate it. Like if there was a faster way to do it, I would do that. But there's no faster way to do it than flying right now. So, no efficient way. Like if we had better trains here, oh my god, if we had trains in America, don't even get me started on trains in America. Don't even get me started. This man, Pete Buttigieg hasn't done a goddamn thing for anybody, bro. He hasn't put one train document out of anything. That's all I wanted, Pete. Pete, all I wanted was some fucking trains, bro. You are bad, bro. And I've been saying this shit the whole time. I knew he wasn't gonna get no trains out of Biden. I knew it wasn't happening. It wasn't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen here for a very long time. And it's real sad and real upsetting. Okay? As somebody who travels all the time, I would love some fucking trains, bro. When I went to Italy, it's like the train to like you can actually get places. You can get anywhere on a train, bro. So they like an hour later, 3 hours later, you're in a whole new city. And it's so smooth, bro. You pay your ticket, you get on, you're there. And it's so smooth, and it's so fast, and it's so clean, and everything's so much better overseas. And it's just a fucking shithole here for everything. Everything's a shithole here. If you look at, okay, I'm ranting. I'm sorry. That's my fault. Please forgive me for going on this little rant about trains, because I'm really passionate about trains, apparently. I fucking love trains, man. I can't get enough of trains, man. I'm laughing at that because I actually have a friend who actually is like in love with trains, and I would just like trains as like me transportation, but he likes trains because they're trains. And I just like trains because they go places and they're really fast and they're cool and it's the best way to get around. It seems like when you get a lot of people going very quickly, but we don't want that here. We don't want people to have the ability to travel quickly. We don't want people to be able to, move around the country as freely as they do in Europe, because then we have people gaining more opportunities and being able to do different things, not being stuck in the bubble that they are in. We don't want that. We want a separate country. We don't want people to be moving quickly and getting around and shit and meeting people and then exchanging ideas. And we don't want none of that shit here. We don't. We want to be in our separate bubbles, north and west, south, east. We all want to be in our separate bubbles, and that's what it is. And that's why I set up that way. Structurally speaking, that's why I set up that way, so that they could keep us separate. But anyway, again, ranting about things like trains and shit, get me on a fucking tangent. This last part, getting back to the actual poem, man, this last part is kind of interesting too, because it's like me kind of taking a step back and looking at, how I felt on the actual bus, and it was so quiet and peaceful. I was just in my thoughts, and it was a tumultuous time up. I'm not gonna say I was super chill or anything like that. It was definitely a tumultuous time, but at the same time, it's still like peaceful. Like it's stormy outside, but inside, it's still peaceful. And like just watching the rain hit. Maybe on the pad, you're just watching the rain hit, and you're having a peaceful moment, but the world itself is stormy. You know what I mean? And everything kind of all over the place. And yeah, that's how I felt on the bus ride back for the most part. From Arkansas. So I live in Arkansas now, by the way. And when I moved from Washington State, I flew from Washington to Arkansas to hang out with my friend for a little bit. And then I took the bus from Arkansas to New York City. That was the whole flight for me. And I didn't want to fly. Like I said, I didn't want to fly. I didn't want to fly into JFK. I definitely did not want to fly into JFK or any airport at all at that time, because I thought the bus would be a lot more gentle, and it was. Like I said, it was definitely a bit more gentle for me to be on that bus. So I know I made the right decision because I felt good. When I showed up to New York City, I felt good, and I knew if I got on a plane, I would have been in this shit mood, just rushing around, doing all this shit, because essentially, I feel like when I'm on a plane, I feel like my goal is to get in and out as quickly as possible. Whether it be on the way in, so I don't miss my plane, Or would it be on the way out so I get my baggage and I could get to my destination as quickly as possible? But bus trips are kind of different because bus trips, like, exactly, like, once you're on the bus, you're done. That's it. Your whole thing is done. You just gotta wait in the bus station for a little bit, and when you get off the bus, you're off the bus, and that's it. You just leave the station. That's it. There's no security gate. There's none of that shit. It's just smooth. It's easy. There's no security at a bus station. Not yet, anyway. But maybe in the future it will be. But like bus stations, you just walk up. You need your ID, and they gotta scan your ticket. You have an online ticket. You have a paper ticket. They just gotta scan it. And that's it. That's security on a bus. And I appreciate that because I don't really like a lot of security. I don't like, being on camera a million times. Every step you take in the airport, you're on camera basically. I hate that shit. I really do. So yeah, I think this last part is just about, and you could maybe just kind of feel the energy, euphoria and energy and sadness, overwhelmed at the possibilities of life could hold, the beauty and rage and anger and lust and hate melting away into the drum lines the bus's tires were producing. And it mellows you out. It mellowed me out during that time period too. Because, just being on the bus and, just you're hitting the bumps and it's just smooth and nice. And I mean, I could sleep on the bus. I can't. I used to be able to sleep on planes easier, but now I can't anymore. I could always sleep on a bus though, especially if I'm drinking on the bus, which is most of the time I'm probably drinking on the bus. Honestly, like, let's be honest with ourselves. I'm not sober for any of this shit anymore. Anyway, like I used to be able to travel sober, and now I don't know. So I know, like I said, the stress has mounted so much. It used to be so much easier. Even to get on a plane used to be so much easier. Now you gotta do a shit ton of security stuff. You gotta be ready. And it's just so much more of a process. Before you just basically, just walk through a gate. Basically, it felt like, and then a bunch of things happened. Obviously, to change that part. A bunch of things happened in this country to change that. The traveling part, in general. Obviously, we have the big one, which is, 2001. Get ready for that one. It's been here. It's been there the whole time. Just getting worse and worse after that point. But, yeah, so that happened, obviously, at some point. And then everything after that has just gotten worse and worse. There's been no good innovations in plane traveling at all. And buses are basically stayed the same. You just go up with your ID and ticket. That's it. And before, they didn't use the ID for your ID, but they just started checking that shit recently. Like, that's like a new thing that they started doing. They never even check your ID. They just give them a ticket. Straight up. Greyhound, give them a ticket. Now they check everything. They actually make sure that the person getting on the bus is the person that... But that's about it. That's not even like a hard check to pass. It's just, you buy a ticket in your name, that's it. You don't steal somebody else's ticket. That's it. That's basically the only reason that, where you're buying a ticket and you have any identification on you at all. It's just, they're not like scanning IDs or anything. Not even a passport. You're a verified citizen to get on a fucking plane. So, yeah, so I'm over plane travel. I guess you could say, I can't say I'm over plane travel because obviously some places you have to get on a plane. I'm not taking a bus to Grenada if I have to go to Grenada for whatever reason. I'm not doing that. I can't do that. I could take a boat, but even the boats are like fucking like 3-day trip. Plus I don't think it's like a cruise from like Miami. Oh, there's definitely a cruise from Miami to Grenada. Don't get me wrong. You could definitely take a cruise down there. It'd be like $5,000 and 8 stops. It'd be like a 7-day cruise. It ends in probably, Belize, some shit, some other weird location, and I'll just stop off in Grenada like, hey, I live here, bye. This is where I'm from, bye. Yeah, no, you're good. I'll see y'all later. Y'all pick me up on the way back. Yeah, right. You gotta come back, right? So y'all can just pick me up on the way back. Right? That's how it works, right? Like, you'll just get off the cruise and like, yo, pick me up all the way back, bro. Yeah. I'm just gonna see my mom real quick. I'm gonna chill at my house in the mountains. I'm gonna go up in the mountains, chill out, and y'all pick me up on the way back. Yeah, it'll be around 3:30 on Thursday. Yeah. Alright. I'll see y'all later. Bye. That's how it should be. But I doubt it's like that. I feel like you gotta stay on the cruise. You can't just get off the cruise in your home country because you can do that. You know, you can't do that, right? You really can't. But who's stopping me though? Is there anybody stopping me? Is there a law against that? I don't know that that's illegal. Actually, I really don't think it should be. So I'm a citizen of both countries. So I should be able to just. You know what? I should look into that. Actually, just getting off the fucking the fucking boat and be like, "Yo, I'm home. This is my other home." Yeah, yeah. No, I'll see y'all later. And then just leave the cruise in the middle of the cruise. Can you do that? That's probably they probably don't like it for sure. You guys gotta ask them about that. Like, hey, can y'all leave me here so I can just hang out with my mom and shit? And then y'all pass for me on the I'm the passing for me on the way back part is a joke. Obviously, I mean the whole thing's a joke. But I mean, honestly, I could do it. There's nothing stopping me. I don't think anything can stop me from doing that though. So yeah, I don't know. I can't really verify it. I gotta look that up and see if that's even something that you can do. I don't think I'm not sure you can do that. Let alone should you do it? Probably not. Absolutely not. Absolutely should not do it. Shouldn't even think about it. Honestly, it's such a fucking stupid idea. But like, come on, it would be fucking hilarious. It'd be really funny. It'd be super fucking funny. Just get off the fucking cruise in the middle of the cruise. Um. Anyway, yeah. So this is if I slept at all, it's quiet and peaceful. It was just a chill ass time, and I know for a fact that if I had taken a plane the whole way, it would have been fucking miserable. And I've traveled enough to kind of understand that the difference between a bus and a train for me is dramatic in terms of how I feel when I get off one. It's just, I mean, getting off a plane is nice. It's nice feeling sometimes, but I gotta be like, for me to enjoy getting off a plane, I have to be on a tropical island, like just straight up, because you know. So I love. So when you're flying into a tropical island, at least most of the islands of the Caribbean, at least the one that I've flown into the most, has an airport that usually pretty much the plane lands on tarmac and you get off and you walk to the airport. So when you get off the plane, when they open up the door, it's just hot. It's literally just that you open up the door and you literally there's no vacuum seal airport door thingamabob to kind of latch onto. So you literally just get off the airport. You get off the airport and it's hot. You just slapped in the face with all that heat, and it feels so fucking nice when you're getting off that cold plane, just being slapped in the face with the heat. It's a different feeling for sure, and I like that feeling a lot. I don't really like taking planes at all. That's the thing. So I'm not taking planes to like get off a plane and get that feeling, but it's a nice feeling when you do get it. And so yeah, so basically you get off the plane and you like just walk into the airport and go through customs in the airport. But it feels like it's a different feeling when you're walking across the tarmac with your carry on or whatever. It's different. That's all I'm saying. And small airports, obviously, if you're landing in a small airport, not in this country. I think most of the airports that you would fly into in this country, unless like a private airport, you're gonna land. You're gonna hook you up to the big whatchamacallit, the big door thing, and it's gonna get you on the plank, and you're gonna walk through, and it's like a big, most of the airports are like that in this country. I don't think there are any probably major airports that have you land on the tarmac at all, because the tarmacs are busy, obviously. But here it's like you get off in Tropical Island or whatever, and it's just there's no one there. It's a free space. You're probably a couple of flights coming in and leaving that day. It's like okay, well we got maybe like not a whole lot of flights, definitely more than 10 or 15, but not a whole lot of flights. So it's like it's not busy at all. It's not like constantly going. So it's kind of nice when you get off a plane there. But otherwise, I really don't like getting off the plane. I'm just watching everybody else kind of get their shit together. And then, everybody try to blood march to everybody standing in the fucking aisle. That shit drives me fucking crazy, bro. Why would you want to stand? for 20 minutes. Like, as soon as the plane lands, people are getting up and standing in the fucking aisle. I'm like, bro, why would you want to stand for 20 minutes? You never flew before? You think they're gonna let us right out? You think we just about to leave? That should drive me so mad. Like, why are you pulling your luggage, bro? You just filling the fucking aisle, bro. And I'm gonna sit down the whole time, but I'm gonna get out maybe 2 minutes after you get out. If I wait to get my stuff, if I don't bum rush anybody else, I'm gonna get out maybe 2 minutes after you get out. But you're standing in the aisle. Because you want to stand in the aisle and block the whole shit. If there's an emergency now, we're all fucking stuck here. And y'all gonna be bumbling with your fucking luggage in the fucking aisle trying to get off the plane. That shit makes me so mad. They always let you do it too. Everybody's in a fucking rush to get off the plane. But like, why? Where are you going? The door's fucking shut, bro. They literally have to unvacuum seal us from the fucking plane, and you're here standing in the fucking aisle already, bro. That shit makes me so mad. I don't understand. Why would you do that? Why would you fucking do that, bro? You do every fucking flight I've been on in my fucking life. People do that shit. I'm like, why? I do not understand it at all. It's the stupidest thing. Yeah, I'm just sitting there watching y'all stand in the aisle for like 30 minutes sometimes. And God forbid there's anything going on in the tarmac, anything going on with the door, because then it's an hour. You could be stuck there standing for an hour because you don't want to sit down. So you don't want to sit back down because now you look stupid. You stand there for a whole fucking hour, stupid in the middle of the aisle. All of y'all look stupid as fuck. Standing in the middle of the aisle for a whole fucking hour because y'all don't want to sit down again and look stupid. You look stupid if you stand, you look stupid if you sit to me. After you stand. It's like, oh, now you're admitting that standing was the wrong idea. Anyway, I know I shouldn't do this, but like traveling is like, y'all make me so mad when I go outside. Y'all just make me so mad when I go outside. I'm always mad when I go outside because y'all are stupid as fuck out there. Honestly, like I said, if I could just stay home all the time, I would, but I can't. I gotta go places sometimes. Though I said I'm not going nowhere for a little bit, and we'll see how that works out for me. So yeah, anyway, I mean, this one is kind of fun. I like it because there's a lot going on. The energy is nice, the flow is nice. I like the structure a lot. I really like the structure on this one, how it's like set up. It's like almost essay form, It's like, okay, it's like the first one's an introduction, right? First paragraph is an introduction to what we're talking about. Talking about transit. Then we're talking about our point that plane travel is awful. It really is. But that's our second paragraph. And then the third is proving our point that buses are superior. I guess. I guess that's what it's doing. And the third one is kind of like the fourth one, I guess, like a conclusion. Kind of, sort of. Essay form. I don't know. That's just kind of how I write things. I kind of write in like an essay. I'm starting to notice that my style is very much like telling a story, but everything kind of organized in like an essay type form. Especially the longer pieces. If you see the longer pieces, they're all like basically like just different pieces of an essay, basically, and that's how I write. So my next set of projects is going to be the essays, like literal essays on certain topics that, and I don't mean literal essays. I mean, again, I guess you could call them literal essays, but you'll see what I mean. But they're on certain topics. I'm working on probably writing the last piece right now that I'm going to do for that. When I started recording it, but some of them are like just fucking brutal. Like the one on depression, like the first recording, I was crying like the whole time. So I gotta work through that one. I gotta actually listen to the audio on that and see it. But I haven't even cleared it yet for like the check on the I haven't cleared the noise reduction on it at all. So it's just literally awful audio to listen to. And it'll take me a second to do that. It's not hard to do that, obviously. The noise reduction thing, but I just haven't heard it with the noise reduction yet. So I'm not even gonna be here trying to say, okay, well, this is what it is, because I don't know what it sounds like. It's like 10 minutes long. It's 6 pages long on Google Docs, so it's like 10 minutes long, that one. So that's brutal. Just me crying into the microphone for 10 minutes, yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun to listen to. That's why I haven't really listened to it yet. Maybe I don't want to hear myself cry for 10 minutes. But I read through it and I was like, wow, this is brutal, man. Back on topic. Yeah, how did we get there, right? What I say about tangents, I feel like I said something about tangents. I never go on tangents. But yeah, this was a good one, a good poem, and it kind of led us to talking about all sorts of things, didn't it? We talked about all sorts of things. We talked about a lot of stuff about traveling in general. I didn't realize it was the basic essay about traveling, I guess. Oh right, I was talking about the form that I used, and that's kind of how my brain is set up. It's very organized, believe it or not. Believe it or not, it may not sound organized, but it's very organized in there. It's like very compent. I, I can't believe this shit, bro. Hold on, let me figure out how to say this word real quick. Compartmentalize. Divide into sections or categories. Compartmentalize. You had the ability to compartmentalize. Why does that seem so foreign to me right now, bro? I don't fucking know what the fuck happened, bro. It's like my brain like literally just broke on this fucking, like I'm looking at the word right now and it still looks fucking weird to me. Compartmentalize. Yeah, I have the ability. He had the ability to compartmentalize his life. That's the statement. But yeah, so I mean, I had the ability to compartmentalize my brain. And yeah, no, it's a good thing to be able to do. I guess you can say, in terms of like writing and kind of just being able to kind of get your thoughts down. I can break things down to pieces and put them where they need to go. Um, yeah, so that's kind of nice. To be able to do that when you write, I guess, and it comes out. All my writing comes out pretty organized, I think, in terms of like structure and the ideas coming across and the flow. It's all very orderly. So yeah, no, this has been really fun to talk about this one. I didn't realize we'd get into something so deep, like how I feel about. I mean, I guess it's about traveling, so I guess I was probably gonna talk about planes at some point. But this is a lot of fun. A lot of fun to kind of talk about. Yeah, so I guess that's it. This will be episode 3, I think, of Musings with the Muse. I should probably introduce it at the beginning, huh? I don't even think I did that. I think I just started talking. Yeah, this is a podcast. Musings with the Muse. With me. Many boops. Probably want to throw that at the beginning. But hey, I guess I could go back and do it still. Yeah, I guess I could do that. That makes sense. Let me just do that real quick. Alright, bye.